KSST air operator James Terry is also a coin enthusiast. He plans to donate some books about coins to the Sulphur Springs Public Library. KSST Good Morning Show host Enola Gay welcomed Library Director Hope Kane and James Terry to her show Monday morning.
I am Chairman of the Board of Governors and Directors for Numismatics International. At a recent meeting a few months ago, our director, or the chairman of our publication committee, has complained we have too many books in our warehouse. He says, I want permission to throw them away. I said, don't throw them away, throw them at me. I'll give them to the library in Sulphur Springs. We already have a subscription to the NI Bulletin.
So NIB, Numismatics
International.
Okay.
We are an international coin collecting club. We have members in 30 to 35 other countries across the planet.
So coins and medals are the interest.
Medals are considered exonumia. Other than medals, we also have collectors who do ancient coins, odd and curious coins, and even a few other bits of coins, such as gaming tokens and stuff like that. It all tends to fall within the numismatics area.
And Hope, at our library have a subscription to the NI Bulletin.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It shows, it comes out every other month, and it comes to me in the mail. I was fortunate enough to get on the mailing list, and I'll place it out in my free information section. People can browse it. I also have some books that tell you what value coins are, and it seems to be of pretty high interest at the library.
Neato. Okay. Well, what are you going to be able to donate?
I have several books to give, and these books, let's just look at them a few at a time. Tibetan coins, modern Lebanese coinage, and these coins are written by people who are experts who have researched the coins. Mm-hmm. They have line drawings or sometimes photos of the coins. They have tables of values and the history of these coins and so forth. From Tibet, there's one from Lebanon. This one is from Austria. The tailors of the Austrian noble houses. The word taler in the language is an old language, or old word. Eventually became the word dollar in English when it was translated.
Oh, okay.
Dutch feudal states. Some of these places aren't well known, but if someone comes in the library wanting to know about history, you can teach the history of an entire country. Modern coinage of Iran. Now these people are very current in the news these days. And this gives photos of the Iranian coins and their apparent values. Modern Lebanese coinage. Gary Hillis is one of our active members.
And even though it says modern, it does not necessarily mean these are very current publications. They're historic publications in a way.
Exactly. That one was published in 1974. Okay. If you're a member of NI, you have a privilege, if the board decides, that you can publish. And the board takes on the publication project. Here's some coins of Kutch here, and this one, the red, is guns and medals of Spain, Mexico, West and Indies, Central and South America, Europe, and the United States. I believe this is a catalog from a sale, which if you want to know how much a two rays of Philip IV and Charles II and Philip V, 35 pieces is number 1720, and if you wanted to be in part of that auction, here's another table with these coins and medals, and this one is a bibliography and libraries. This is a hardback, which is modern copper coins of the Mohammedan states. And again, this is rather current because we're dealing at times with the people of that neck of the woods. And some of these coins are so old, they're hand made, they're hand hammered. They usually take a piece of metal. For instance, the Spanish would take a bar of silver, and they would melt or heat it was soft, and they would cut it off, have a round piece, and they would weigh it, and if it weighed the right weight, they would use it. If not, they would scrape some off. They had two die. There was to mint a coin, you have to have opposite patterns of the coin. So they had an anvil die and a hammer die, and they would put it on top of the anvil die and strike it with the hammer die, and the metal would spread out. Then they'd take it off and inspect it, and if it was what they wanted, they kept it in. Otherwise, they put it back to be melted. Now, I have copies of Volume 1 and 2 of Numis and Tempus. Numis referring to numismatics, Tempus referring to time. And these books have snippets and pieces of information such as, well, this is Greek alphabet and numerals on coins. Also the Hebraic alphabet. This is Georgian. Georgia is not just a state, it's also a country. And these other charts show other countries and their numerals. If you're getting into research with international coins, that's critically important.
Well, let me ask Hope now. These are very specialized types of books for that kind of information. People with an interest in coins and metals. Mm-hmm. So do we have room in our library and a place for such as this?
Yes. I actually, if I choose not to, once I take a look at these and choose not to put them out on the regular shelf, they'll be like behind the counter where you can ask for them, because we do have a special Texas collection that we don't often let check out, but they're available for browsing. So I've already got some.
Well, good. So there's things of special interest at our library that maybe you don't see on the shelf. Now we have numismatics. Mm-hmm. What else? What else sort of things do we have?
Well, Texas history, local authors, things that we just can't replace, but we find they're still of very of value. I have a care of cattle book that somebody published, but there's a high demand. We get calls for this book a lot, and there's only one. The publisher's out of business. I can't find the individual, so I have to keep it here. I can't lend it out. But the neat thing is with digital age, we're going to start scanning it, and it will make it available for more people.
A few years ago, one of our members named Bob Forrest wrote a book on religious medals. And this one can go several ways. If you want religious history, if you want lives of the saints, also some churches at times put out medals. And this has become our best-selling hardbound book. He published a series of articles in our bulletin. And we got a chance to read those, and he gave us notice that he intended to publish. So we liked what he was doing, and we went ahead and published his book.
Religious medals. Well, I've known for a long time that you are a coin collector, and you're in a coin club.
Right.
Seems like in Greenville, maybe somewhere west of here.
Actually, I'm a member of two clubs. The one in Dallas is Numismatics International. The one in McKinney is Collin County Coin Club. Okay. So I collect both U.S. and international coins.
Well, how in the world did you get a start at this and an interest in this?
I had a good buddy who I taught with at Princeton who was a coin collector, and I needed a hobby anyway, so I knew he collected, so I went and talked to him one day, and he said, "Come on over to the coin club, and you can see what you think, and if you like us, join us." So I did, and the bug kind of bit. Also, as an educator, with fifth grade in social studies, it's U.S. history. So you take coins of the United States, such as the Indian head cent or the buffalo nickel, and can teach history of the United States. If you're going to hand your students something that was minted back then and is actually from that point in time, it makes history a little more real.
Mm-hmm. Anything that they can see and look at makes more of an impression in their learning process. Right. Well, with that idea, I'm going to ask, do you think ever there could be a coin display here in town or at our library?
That's a good idea. I'm glad you thought of that. It's a possibility we could do that, yes.
like I'm sure they're extremely valuable, and there'd be many of them are, and there'd be some types that we wouldn't be able to bring here from someone's collection.
A coin's value depends on what it's made of, what kind of metal it is, what condition it's in, how many were made, and the market, how many people actually want those coins. In 6th grade, I used international coins to teach the countries, because 6th grade social studies in Texas is international countries. For instance, I took a page of Denmark coins in and handed them to the kids with a magnifying glass, and they were able to look at the coins of Denmark, understand what they looked like, and get a little bit a better knowledge of the country, because one of the earmarks of a country is that it mints its own coins.
Okay. Fascinating. Well, there's opportunity for learning in all ages and all stages of life at our library.
Absolutely.
Tell us some of the things that folks can do there or find there.
Well, one of the biggest excitements that's happened here recently is the addition of ebooks. A lot of people are turning to their e-reader or reading on their phone or their laptop, just because we're so busy.
Yeah, it's a busy world.
It
It's a
is.
busy world we live
It
in, but
is.
You know something? I love the feel of a book in hand.
I do, and most people do.
It's a tactile thing. I don't know. You can progress through the pages as you go. And then there's not just the feel, but also the sight and even the smell of the pages.
Well, and if you're used to books, such as we are, James, from our generation, it's a comforting thing.
It is. It is.
And I love the fact that we still have a library full of books in our town, and a growing library.
They're not going anywhere. The books are not. I'm not ordering few of them just because I'm offering ebooks. Okay. It's just an addition.
Okay.
So
you're going to find a place for some of these books at our library.
Yes.
Numismatics International. You can find out more about them soon. Coming soon to Sulphur Springs Public Library.
Right.
There are even stickers inside this book in case the reader wants to access our website.
Oh, good.
And join.
Or you can find out more about it by cornering James Terry somewhere around town, usually evenings here at KSST.